All right, so the next gentleman I want to bring up here, I like to call him the silent assassin, and I got on a phone call with him. He's literally like, he is the silent assassin. I got on the phone call, I do leadership calls, I do one-on-ones, I call all the leaders. And he's like, Justin, I want to step into leadership, I want to give back more this year. Well, it's so fitting that he comes up here and share with all of you. Give him a round of applause. Emil, Sundell. Emil.
Hello.
All right. So Emil, he's a part of leadership, taking himself on, marketing, taking action, probably overcoming a lot of things inside of you to get to where you are today. But what would you want to instill and embody in the people in this audience that helped you break through?
Yeah, there's one thing that I would like to share that has been a very big insight from this journey. One of the biggest insights I've ever gotten is that building a business, even building a six-figure business, it's actually very, very simple. It's simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Like running a marathon, it's super simple. You just run until you cross the finishing line. But that doesn't mean it's easy. And building an affiliate business, it's very simple. You just create a great ad and you build a list and you create a lot of value. But it's not easy. And two key factors that I think have helped me a lot to get to where I am today that I would like to highlight. They are consistency and patience. So yeah, let me make an analogy. So when I was young, my brother and I would like to play in our grandparents' garden, and they had a huge, beautiful garden. And in this garden there was a well, like a water well, and there was a water pump, you know, one of these old ones, a manual, looks like a big water tap with a huge lever that you had to pull up and down all the time. We like to play with that. And when you start, it actually takes a lot of effort. It's quite tough and it's hard, and no water is coming. And you have to really put in a lot of effort into making anything happen. What you really are doing there is to just creating a vacuum in the pipe in order for the water to start moving upwards. You're really setting up the preconditions, the environment that will make the result you want to have, the water, possible. And I think it's very similar when you start with building a business. You put in a lot of effort, but you don't really see any tangible results from the beginning. And I know when I was started and I saw other people ahead on their journey from where I was, they pulled their levers up and down, and they got plenty of water. But when I did it, like nothing happened. And I think it's quite common that we try to compare ourselves with people who are further on their journeys. But in order to really succeed, first I think you must believe that you can do it and overcome all the doubts and all the fears you have, and I've had plenty of them. But I always believed that I could do it at some point. And you need to be consistent. You need to put in the work every day. Because what happens if you stop pulling that lever up and down just for a moment or take a break? All the water flows down back into the well, and you have to restart again. And you have to have patience, since it's not instantaneous. And you can put in a lot of effort. And what has happened what's the first thing that happens when you try to pump up the water? Finally see some movement and something happening, and the only thing you get is like a water drop or a tiny stream of water. And that, I believe, is when a lot of people are willing to give up. They put in a heck of a lot of work, and they are probably totally exhausted. And when they finally get some results, it's like nothing, so far from what they ever dreamt of. And it's very tempting to feel like I've put in all of this, and this is like the only thing I get. It's not working. But if you just have some patience and continue doing what you have done, like continue to pump, taking that consistent action, suddenly like the result you have wanted will come. And this is something I've definitely experienced in my journey here from the beginning. A lot of work, nothing happening. Suddenly something starts to happen, like the first leads, the first 1,000 leads, the first app sales. But just being consistent, doing something every day, creating great habits, trying to improve all the time, using all the spare time you have to actually do the work. Suddenly something will untap, and if you just continue to do it long enough, there will be a waterfall. So I believe anyone can do it, but you need to believe in yourself, take consistent action, and have patience. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you, brother. Give him a hand. Thank you, Emil. Appreciate it. Thank you.